Former Exodus Boxing Stable's main man, Peter Cottan, has joined a host of stakeholders that have partnered with Oriental Quarries Boxing Promotions as the stable prepares to stage the two World Boxing Council WBC World title fights. Zimbabwe's Charles Manucci will be fighting Patrick Alote of Ghana for the WBC International Welterweight title, while young Catherine Piri will be up against Nadia Hockney of France for the WBC Silver Bantamweight title. Cottan, who was a known promoter for Esther Piri, has however cautioned Catherine Piri not to compare herself with Esther.
At this stage, I would just like to advise Catherine and her promoters, Oriental Quarries Boxing Promotions, that the fight is against your French opponent and not to be greater or better than Esther Piri. Esther's achievements are cast in stone as the undefeated WBC World Champion in her weight category.
Asked on whether he feels strange working with Oriental Quarries, Cottan says he was doing this to develop boxing for the sake of Mother Zambia.
You know, we don't back losers. I, for one, have never backed losers, always backed winners. And I think that this is a winning camp. We may have been in competition, Oriental and Exodus, but only for the sake of boxing in the country.
Meanwhile, Oriental Quarries Boxing Promotions Director Chris Malunga says the stable has made 300 out of the 753,000 kwacha budget required to stage the fight.
I don't think that will fail as a country the way we are united. Can we work together to make sure that our country is not embarrassed, but our country is seen to be shining on the world map of boxing?
Catherine and Manucci's coach Mike Weaver Zulu expects to make tactical changes on his boxers due to the quality of their opponents.
French boxing is different from the Ugandan style of boxing. And thank God that, you see, Manucci is going to be facing another Ghanaian boxer.
And as the world mourns late 95-year-old former South African President Nelson Mandela, the Zambia Professional Boxing and Wrestling Control Board has acknowledged Mandela's contribution in the world of sports. Board chairperson Nelson Sapi has paid glowing tribute to Madiba for championing the end of racial discrimination in boxing.
WBC had to break away from WBA to form WBC because they wanted to fight apartheid. So this is why Nelson Mandela has got a very big role to play in WBC affairs as it is.
The WBC fights, which will be supported by 3 other non-title fights, will take place at the new government complex on January 25, 2014. Mike Mubanga, Muvi TV Sports in Lusaka.